If you need to disappear immediately, you gotta get the heck out of Dodge. I'm gonna tell you how to do it right now. I am former CIA officer Jason Hanson, and I do consulting on this with good people, meaning people doing nothing illegal, but maybe they have domestic violence situation or some other horrible situation. So if you gotta immediately leave your house, first, you gotta have your go bag. You have to have something you can grab and immediately vanish, which means you put it ahead of time. You put it together ahead of time. So that is number one, a go bag. Two, do not do the obvious. So what do I mean by that? If somebody's hunting you and finding you, what are they gonna do? They're gonna check the airport. So they're gonna check the train station. They're gonna check the rental car places. They're gonna do the obvious. You need to have a hunkered down site where you can go to while things cool down. And it could be like somewhere in the woods. You're not gonna be sleeping in the Four Seasons. It's not gonna be 5 stars, but do not go to your best friend's house. You can't go to anybody who knows you. You can't go to a relative. You can't go to an ex-boyfriend. You can't go to your favorite yoga studio and see if they'll let you sleep in it, or go sleep in the gym or whatever. It can be nothing you have any ties to. So if your favorite park to go for a walk is, 123 Main Street Park in your city, you cannot go hide in 123 Main Street Park. It really has to be a place you've never thought of. The best places I like to use are places you've never been before. So we all live in towns, and there's places we probably never visited, maybe some park or just something, and you're like, I should go there, I've never been there. Well, that would be your place, because you've never been there, nobody's gonna look for you there. So that is very, very important. That's number 2, is make sure that you break your habits and do not go anywhere you've ever been before, and then they're gonna look for you, and go hunker down for a while. And what's number 3? You're not gonna like number 3. It is patience. You've just gotta sit there. So hopefully in your go bag, you've got enough stuff for 3 days. Meaning you've got enough water for 3 days, or water filter, and you have enough food for 3 days. It doesn't have to be a lot of food. You can go fine a couple days without eating. I've done it plenty of times. And then you just gotta sit there while things cool down. Well, that person who's looking for you is exhausted all their means and is regrouping and saying, maybe I shouldn't go after him, or maybe I'll do this later or whatever, and they lose interest. Obviously, it depends on the level of your threat and how bad a stalker it is. But if you can have patience, and this is the problem, most people unfortunately don't have patience and discipline and just hunker down for several days, you will be much, much better off. That is what it takes. If you were overseas and maybe you were a CIA officer and foreign intelligence was looking for you, guess what? They get bored after about 3 days too, and they go do other things. I know you don't believe me, but again, let's call it a hunch. Let's call it a guess, right? What would I know? So anyways, those are some steps to quickly get out of Dodge quickly. But also, something else important when it comes to protecting yourself, making yourself vanish, is you've got to make yourself vanish online too. The way I like to do that is through a company called DeleteMe. The sponsor of today's video is DeleteMe. But there's something exciting that DeleteMe just did. They have expanded their core services, and what this means that not only can you protect yourself, but you can now protect all your family members. So, grandma, grandpa, whomever, you do have to be 18 years or older. So what I like about the new family plan that DeleteMe put together is each member can have specific data sheets tailored to their online footprint, and also that information can be made private, meaning if you don't want somebody to see your own data sheet within DeleteMe, you can set privacy settings. That way you're protected, nobody else can see it. Every single member of the family's digital presence is protected, so it reduces the exposure of stalking, spam, scams, all kind of stuff. And of course, the reason I really like it is it's user-friendly. You don't have to be a PhD or a rocket scientist to figure out how to use it. It's got good, easy controls, gives me peace of mind, which is why I use DeleteMe. If you go to joindeleteme.com/Hanson and use coupon code Hanson, you can get 20% off your plan. So if you value your online privacy like I do, definitely go to joindeleteme.com/Hanson. All right, a few more things here. If we're talking about disappearing, we got to do it lightning fast. After you've hunkered down for a couple days, right? Maybe it's under a bridge, maybe it's under who knows where, in the woods, whatever. You still have to be very, very careful and can't go contact your best friend. You can't go contact your mom, your dad, your grandpa, your whatever, right? Hopefully in your go bag, you have some cash, because you're gonna start moving and using a lot of cash, meaning go find a taxi and pay cash. Get yourself somewhere else. Go to a hotel, pay cash. You're not gonna go to some fancy hotel, but mom and pop hotels will allow you to pay cash. That is what it's gonna take. So that's the biggest mistake. That's what I'm telling people. They're like, all right, so 3 days I hunker down, and then I can go to my best friend's house in Tampa and I'll take buy an airline ticket. No, you're not. If people are tracking you and hunting you, they're gonna see you buy that airline ticket. That's why you've got to stock as much cash as possible, which is what I do. I'm very conservative. I try and always have a decent amount of emergency cash, because if you got to go on the run, it's the taxi cabs with cash. You're not doing Uber, using the app and tracking all that stuff, because guess what? You're not using your regular cell phone. You're getting a burner phone from Walmart, which is easy to do. I do it often, You take it up to the Walmart counter, you say, please activate this for me. They do everything. It's not tied back to you whatsoever. So those are some of the things they can do. Anytime you think about, hey, I'm gonna whip out my credit card, no, you are not. You don't wanna do that. You will have no electronics whatsoever besides your burner phone, because you're gonna have nothing that's tied to you. No iPad, no iPhone, no whatever gadget is going to be invented by the time, in a few years from now. So have extreme discipline, have no electronic gadgets, pay cash, and always go slow. All right, hopefully you're never going on the run, and hopefully you don't have a stalker or anybody coming after you, but check out my other videos if you do. I've got some very in-depth how to disappear videos, and of course, please subscribe. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you.